Hey, it's Nicholas Armistead with Armistead Realty Group at Real Brokerage LLC.
And this is Quinten Burks with Movement Mortgage in Opelika.
Welcome you guys to another episode of the Foundation First podcast. I think we're going to have a great episode today. Great conversation, which kind of an extension of conversation we had earlier this week with, let's talk about rates,
Okay.
right? Not talking about when they're going to drop, where rates at right now, but just the mindset around rates.
Okay.
So we're currently working with a client right now. She's pre-approved, qualifies.
Yep.
But what's holding her up?
Yeah, she's concerned about. She wants to wait until
Rates drop.
Yeah.
So do you think she should wait until the rates drop? Do you think she should go ahead and move right now? What is your thought process behind the mindset of waiting till rates drop before you move?
I always say the same thing. So you can't predict the market. We can't predict the market. So we can go back to a time where you and I was dealing with the client before, where they were so analytical and want to think of every possible scenario of how things could play out.
Mhm.
But, there's no crystal ball. I mean, we don't know. We really truly don't know. We just take the data and use it to the best of our ability in order to make the best decision. So if you wait, there's also a cost of waiting. You know what I mean? Things that you can't predict can happen. So I try to always encourage people to take your situation, right? Make an assessment of that and purchase when it's good for you. Don't let the market dictate your decision, because the market is unpredictable.
Yeah.
Especially in the last few years, it's hard for us to, even the experts, the top economists across the country are getting it wrong because things are different right now. So I just encourage people to take an assessment of your situation. Are home prices too expensive for you? Or are they just too expensive for your friend that bought 3 years ago? You know what I mean? So if you qualify now, you're pre-approved, and you want to purchase, move forward. You can't look at their interest. Oh, they got a 3. Okay, well, 3 isn't available for you. You know what I mean? 3 years prior to that, they couldn't afford to buy. You know what I mean? So I'm just really, that's my whole spiel. I know I get off on a tangent when we talk about race. I just want people to understand the fact that somebody else's situation isn't yours.
Yeah. No, it's funny. It's funny you say that. You talk about comparison, right?
Right.
Man, like, wow, it's so crazy. I have an appointment today. With a client that's I'm meeting her and the contractor there. They're getting ready to, get the house ready so they can sell the house, right?
Okay.
She bought a house back in 2019. But this is what's funny though. The house that she bought, I had another guy that reached out to me, wanted to buy a house, first time home buyer.
Okay.
And I showed him this exact same house. I showed him this exact same house. At this time, this house was $200,000. It was a $200,000 house, early 2019. I don't even remember what rates were at that time.
Right.
But he didn't buy the house because he was comparing that house to a friend of his that bought like in Birmingham. He was like, man, I'm not spending $200,000 for this house. La 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 la. I was like, okay, that's fine. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But I think it'll be a good buy for you based off your situation.
Right.
And funny enough, man, it's sad to say, but he's still in my drip campaign. I send him houses to this day.
Wow. Since 2019?
Since 2019.
Wow.
And this is the crazy thing though. When this client gets ready to put her house on the market, her neighbor across the street just sold their house for $335. So my thing is his comparison likely, I mean, if he was to put the house on the market and sell, that comparison cost him over $100,000.
Yep.
I mean, it's just funny that you said that, and like literally, I'm meeting with that client today.
We can't really quantify it because you can't guarantee that amount of equity would be accumulated in that short period of time.
But think about it to this day too, though. Like my thing is equivalent what was $200,000 back then is $350 now with rates where we at right now. So I think he could have potentially missed his window of opportunity at that time.
Right. And that's what it all boils down to, your individual situation, because rates change, prices change. The only thing you truly have control over is your situation. You know what I mean? You can repair your credit, you can save more money, you can get a promotion, you can do things to change your situation, but you can't change the market at all. So, I mean, I don't recommend you comparing your situation to anybody else's, because that's, it's a recipe for disaster, to be honest. So,
man, it's crazy.
It is. It's wild. I hate when those situations happen, because that's a lot. That's a lot of equity in a short period of time.
It really hurts me because, like, my thing is, I could want something for somebody so bad, and I could scream until I ain't got no more air in my lungs. Right. Like, hey, man, like, I can't tell you what to do, but I think based off the situation that you're telling me and where you want to be, I think this is just a great opportunity for you. And, it really hurts me when we can't connect and we see the vision together.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Do you think that, are we missing a ball there? Are we missing, I mean, because, I always put things back on myself, right? Which almost to a fault sometimes, because you can't make anybody do anything. But, we're great at connecting and making people feel comfortable. But when they express to us that they want to purchase a house or whatever, and everything is laid out for them and it's a good situation for them, and they go against us, do you think we didn't connect all the way through? Or is it just one of those situations where you just like, I mean, I just want to know how you feel about it, because, I feel like it's a little bit of both, to be honest. But
I think it's layers.
Can you point to a time where you think you didn't connect well enough? Or has it mostly always been them just kind of going against what's kind of best? Or
I think I can't point to I can't point to a situation to where I didn't connect enough.
Okay.
But that's the reason why we do our consultations and stuff the way we do right now.
So you put something in place.
So I put something in place to keep from that.
Okay.
So now, if like anybody going forward when we're in that situation, I don't think it's not because it's not connecting. Because like right now, with me specifically, if we're not connecting with their first initial consultation, I don't think we'll be a good fit, because it's all about trust.
True.
Right? If I feel like you don't trust me enough, or I feel like, we don't have that chemistry, like I'll much rather prefer, like, refer you to someone that you have good chemistry with, that you're comfortable with, versus us fighting each other. It's a recipe for disaster.
It is. Like a coach and a player, we both have passion, but if we don't have good chemistry, you know what I mean? I could be a great coach and you could be a great player, and we don't ever get the results that we need, because we just don't mesh well. So I agree with you.
And because I'm not for everybody. If you want a slick, fast talking guy that just, that's not me. That's not me. I'm patient. I take my time. I educate. And if that's not what you're looking for, we're just not a good fit.
Man, that's so funny you say that. I was in a coaching session this week, and I really want to know how you feel about this. And his whole message to me during my coaching session was, be quick, not fast. So you talk about, you know what I mean, don't want a slick, fast talking guy, you know what I mean? But, and I may be saying it wrong. Is it quick, not fast? I'm not sure exactly, but the whole context of it was efficiency, because I feel like you're not fast, but you are, you're efficient. You know what I mean? We have people that have been in our pipeline for a long time, and then we wind up having really big months together because of investments or deposits we made long before. So, if you want to work, if somebody wants to work with you, lenders or whatever, other people, clients alike, it's going to be efficiency. You know what I mean? We're going to have a consultation. We're going to discuss your needs and assess that, because trying to be so fast can allow you to miss opportunities. You know what I mean? So now slow down. Let's have a consultation, so that we don't run into a situation where we're fighting each other for what you want. So that's cool, man.
Yeah, because man, let's go back to a childhood story of the tortoise and the hare.
Yeah.
Right. The tortoise. I said tortoise.
Yeah, I was following
the tortoise. The tortoise and the hare.
Right.
So, the tortoise, he was slow and efficient. He took every step. It might not been as fast as the hare.
Right.
But my thing is, he was slow and purposeful, and he got to the destination he wanted to get to. Right. He wound up winning the race. But the hare, he felt like, because he knew how fast he was, he knew what he could do. Like, man, I can do this in my sleep. So I'm gonna skip steps.
Right.
I'm not gonna do what most people think need to be done, or I'm gonna talk fast. I'm just go ahead and write this offer. I'm not gonna educate you on the front end, but then you wind up having hiccups on the back end.
Right.
So, that's just how it works. Just because, like, I don't want any hiccups on the back end. If I can do everything on the front end, to prevent everything on the front end, then when we are running, we run full speed ahead with nothing to worry about.
Correct.
So I think by working that way, we do work more efficient, and we can eliminate hiccups. Not saying there aren't going to be hiccups, because nothing's perfect, but we can prevent as many hiccups as we can.
Yeah, and in our world, being best prepared for things that could come up is what can help you reduce. You want to just reduce the hiccups. You know what I mean? We know they're coming. We want to reduce them and be prepared to get past them. So I think that's a great,
Yeah.
A great overarching, topic for us to kind of put a bow on this with about, efficiency and being prepared and understanding your situation, not trying to just hurry and do what, what I mean, whatever everybody else is doing.
Well, I mean, I think we've mentioned this before, but anytime there's a hiccup, a blow up, or a hard stop with our transaction, it's because there's a mistake or lack of communication. The easiest way to make a mistake and the easiest way to not communicate is just be running full speed ahead.
True.
So, and that's why, like I said, I mean, I think that's why it's very important.
Absolutely. And to tie it all back together, quick and not fast, I think efficiency, preparation for buyers, people that are tuning into our podcast now, it allows you to take information in and be able to use that knowledge to be prepared to make your decision. Rates are an integral part of purchasing a home, but it's an uncontrollable part as well. So if that's your hold up or that's your hang up, I encourage people to educate yourself on what I can do to prepare myself best for a volatile market. You're more equipped to have success to prepare yourself for the instability in the market than to try to figure out the unstable market, if that makes sense. So for people that are out there that are thinking, the market is volatile right now, prepare yourself, educate yourself, because if there is a drastic drop in rates or a drastic increase in rates, it's going to create action on everybody else's part where you can have your plan of attack in place. And a lot of people experience that, the last time we had a drastic drop in rates. So, and people are almost asking for that. But there's a cause and effect, you know what I mean? So because rates are going to drop drastically, what's going to happen to home prices? What's going to happen to demand? Those things are going, and that's another thing that you can't control. So rates go down to 5%. That house that you love, that you were waiting for,
now it's multiple offers, or you got to pay over list price for it, or which kind of makes me think about, I try to look at the opportunity and the positive of everything, to where, like, okay, where's the opportunity right now? The opportunity right now for buyers is, because so many people are on the sideline and waiting, the people that are active right now, they're getting great deals and great incentives.
Great deals.
So my thing is, I'm not saying this anybody's scenario, but, like, hypothetically speaking, let's say, hey, you find a house that you like, that you love right now. Let's say hypothetically rates do go down. Okay. If rates do go down, you can refinance, lower your payment. All right. If demand does go up and house prices does go up, you're already in your house. So now you got bonus appreciation.
Yes.
Right. So I just look at the opportunity I look at the opportunity versus the just the negative, if that makes sense. Because I feel like there's always opportunity if you look for it.
100%. And I think that was a great point that you made about that's a controllable, right? When you're already in your house, you can control when you refinance. You could actually wait it out. The first drop, you may wait. And then there's a second drop, right? And you refinance at twice as low as what you got it in at versus the first drop might excite you if you're on the sideline and you purchased then and you still didn't get the best deal. You know what I mean? So being proactive instead of reactive, I think is always a better strategy in our world because there's just really no way to know. I mean, some people refinanced, 3 or 4 years ago when the initial rate cut happened and things like that, and people waited. It was their situation. So just be prepared to take advantage, on the front end versus reacting to what the market does.
And I guess speaking of that, if someone did want to refinance or anything, do y'all have any products or anything to kind of help them with that?
We do. We have everything that you would need, in order to refinance your home. Some people that have purchased years ago, I have clients that are waiting. You know what I mean? They are truly waiting for the rate decrease. They already purchased their home. And we just have a target. Hey, Quinten, if I can save X amount, let me know when rates get to this range. Instead of saying, I want them to out the lowest. You know what I mean? I can't tell you what that is, but I can tell you that if they reach this point, you'd save X amount. You know what I mean? More gearing it toward the individual than the number, because that I can't control that, but I can tell you what you need to save. So we have tons of products. So I welcome people to reach out to me if they know, hey, if I could save $200 a month, if I could save $150 a month, that make a difference in my situation. So hey, I can tailor those situations to their the individual needs and help them out.
Okay. Cool beans, man. Well, I think we had a good topic today, man. Good conversation. So as always, man, like I said, I'm Nicholas Armistead with Armistead Realty Group. This is Quinten Burks with Movement Mortgage. So if you guys need us, have any questions or have any topics that you want us to discuss, please feel free to reach out to us. I'll make sure that all our information is linked below. So man, take care. Peace. Have a good week.
See you.